Yes, people, Arsenal with Ash. PSV, second leg, Champions League, last 16. It's a weird one because I'm happy to say we're safely through. 7-1 up. Um, it would be an absolute monstrosity. The worst result probably almost in the history of football if we managed to not go through. So yeah, I'm comfortable about this game, to be honest with you. It's an opportunity to play the fringe players. I've said that before. Give them some minutes, rest the main players in preparation for Chelsea at home at the weekend. And yes, it's a bit of a nothing game really. But yeah, like I said, it's an opportunity for those who haven't been playing to either put themselves in the shop window, the likes of Zinchenko and that, or just have some pride about yourself, show that you can still play and have a contribution to this team for the rest of the season. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how PSV approach the game. Obviously, 7-1 down. I don't know how their manager even gets them up for a game like that in terms of motivation. They won at the weekend 2-1 at home. And I'm sure their focus now is going to be primarily on their league, chasing down Ajax. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they approach it, whether they still come with a strong team or and try and play for some pride and maybe win the game and go out at least without a whimper. So yeah, but in terms of us, I'm expecting to see, despite the scoreline, I'm expecting to see some of the fringe players really up for it and go out in there and put on a performance. I expect us to still go on and win the game. Like I said, it doesn't really matter in terms of anything, but we could, I'm sure there's records out there that we could chase in terms of two-legged wins. So yeah, I'm expecting a good performance, and the fans deserve it, because the last couple of weeks it's just been up and down, not good enough. And then we obviously had the PSV result, and then Man United at the weekend. It wasn't great. So yeah, I'm expecting a performance where we show ourselves and give the fans something to cheer for. I know there's loads of tickets going at the moment. They're not even going to be able to fill out the stadium, because yeah, I think a lot of the season ticket holders either didn't buy their ticket or trying to sell it on the exchange or whatever, because they know it's a dead rubber. So yeah, it's an interesting one. In other news, obviously we've got the sporting director Berto that's joined from, well, not from Atletico, but his most recent job was at Atletico, and I think he left in January. And it's good to see that we've made that we've sorted that out so early. Obviously we're in March and we've got the transfer window coming up, which I expect and what should be looked at as probably one of our biggest in our history in terms of transfer windows. So to have an experienced sporting director like him in the door, has a couple of months to settle in, speak to Arteta and the board and plan for the summer. So yes, it's a good move from the club in that aspect, and hopefully he can bring his experience. Obviously he's been at Atletico for 12-13 years. They've won 2 league titles amongst Barca and Real Madrid. They've won the Europa League. They've got to the Champions League final once or twice, I think it was. He's obviously brought in some big names, made some big sales as well, which is interesting, because that's something we've been poor on. The likes of João Felix, Griezmann, Rodri. There's so many names. So yeah, he's clearly done a good job there, and I believe he left on amicable terms. So it'll be interesting to see what he can do with us. Hopefully he's a strong-headed character and can stand up to the board or whoever's in the hierarchy who is moving hesitant with transfers or anything like that. So yeah, hopefully it's a good appointment. Arteta seems to be happy with it, so hopefully they can work well together and do what needs to be done this summer, because we need a massive summer. But yeah, back onto obviously this game. In terms of the predicted 11, I'm probably gonna go with, I would play Neto in goal. It'll probably be the last time we see him. So it would be nice to give him a run out. He's obviously not played at the Emirates yet, so it'd be nice to see him play. I don't see why we need to play David Raya in this game. Right back, I'm going Ben White. Obviously he's back from injury now. Timber's been absolutely brilliant, but it's a perfect opportunity to get Ben some minutes. So I'm playing Ben White. I'd probably then go with, we're gonna have to play either Saliba or Gabriel with Kivior. I'd probably go Saliba just for the balance of the right foot and the left-footed player. So I'd probably go Saliba, not Gabriel, Kivior. And at left back, I'd go with Calafiori again, because I'm playing Miles on Sunday. That's who I'd be playing. So I'd go with Calafiori to start the game. And then in midfield, I'd go with a Jorginho, Odegaard, Zinchenko midfield. I'd probably go with. I'd keep Odegaard in there because I think he needs to play himself into form. And it will that midfield three will give us so much control. They might be a bit lightweight, which in fact they are lightweight, but in terms of controlling the game and that sort of stuff, we'll be able to do it with those three. And my front three, I'd probably go with Martinelli up front. I'd probably play Martinelli in the 9. I'd play Sterling on the left, maybe. And I'd play on the right one of those kids. I think it's Cabia, or the other Butler Adeji, I think his name is. So I'd go with one of the kids. Why not? Because we can't afford to get any more injuries in the front line. It's a perfect opportunity for minutes for Martinelli. Sterling obviously needs minutes, and then we can look to hopefully get one of the kids in. But yeah, that's the team I'd go with. Let me know what you think. I'd probably predict I'm gonna go with a 2-0 win. I don't think it'll be anything like the 7-1 win. Especially if we put that team out. So I'd go with a 2-0 win. I'm going to go with Martinelli to get a goal, and I'm going to go with Zinchenko to get a goal. I don't know why, don't ask me. I just a random prediction. And yeah, I think we'll be safely through. And then we'll look to see which one of the Madrid clubs we get. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff. And yeah, we'll see what happens in this game. But yeah, take care.